What's going on, Crunch Nation? It's KJ here, coming back at you guys with another Madden Ultimate Team video. Today we're going to be doing a theme team. We got some love, decent views on the last one, and I know it was a 25 of 25, so we know you guys like the full theme teams, and we normally do the full theme teams on the channel, so we wanted to try that out. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and do the full theme team, one that we thought you guys would like. It's a really big one. A lot of people been doing, really great team. Is the Washington football team. So we went ahead and snagged them up real quick. I got a full theme team for you guys. We're gonna go through, and then I did one for you where you could still do 50 of 50, right? 50 of 50, and get better players to make the team a little bit better. So I'll go through that one too. I got two teams for you guys today, so that's gonna be really exciting. Like I said, we're gonna try to show you as many teams as we can. If you guys show love on these videos where we build them through Muthead, where we can show you what the value of it would be and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot better. We can do way more of them for you, and we can show all of them. So if you have a theme team you want to see how it could be built, anything like that, we can do all of that. So let me jump into it and we'll go ahead and show you. So starting off, left tackle, we got Chris Samuels. Backing him up, we got Trent Williams. And just let me preface, this is the one of the full theme team as only Redskins players. So you got a 69 overall, lovely Wes. I'm not even going to try his name, at left guard. You got Chase right here at center. Got Ross, can't even see his full name on here. Brandon Sheriff, Wes Martin, Morgan Moses. Then we got Tim, I can't say his name. It's like an easy name too. Timon Paris. I don't know why I couldn't get Timon out. It's like my brain froze for a second. Then we rock over to tight end. Y'all got three really good tight ends. We got Chris Cooley, who's really good. Great route running, all that stuff. Vernon Davis. Route running's not that great, but very fast. Very agile. Can really burn the top of a defense if they're not paying attention to the tight end. Then you got Logan Thomas. He does a little bit of both. Decent speed, decent route runnings. Definitely really good. Now, you could change this around if you wanted to, but it didn't change the overall, so I went with what I actually would have done with this theme team. So we got Santana Moss on the edge, Deshaun Jackson on the other one, two really good burners, really good players, quickness, agile. Then you got the same thing here in Terry, Scary Terry, is who I switched up. Most people would have had, obviously, Andre Johnson above him because he's a higher overall. But I definitely like Scary Terry a lot better, so I put him there. Then you got Cam Sims as the fifth and final receiver. Then to round out the offense, you got Rich Gannon at quarterback, who is a goon, absolute beast. Most people are running with him or Josh Allen at this point. Alex Smith, Sean Alexander, Barry Sanders, and Adrian Peterson. Probably one of the best running back trios you can have. Now, there was no fullback, none at all. So I threw Marcel Reese in there just to get you like a full squad, because there is absolutely no Redskins fullbacks at all. Now, looking at it, not too pricey of a price tag on the offense. You're not going to hit a huge, hurting of the pockets on offense. Where you're really going to take the hit is the defense. Now, this defense is nasty. As you can see in the top, we got a 91 offense, 96 defense. So the defense is really the bread and butter for this team. You got nasty beast Sean Taylor up here at the top, backed up by Kendall Fuller. You got Landon Collins on the other side. Y'all did not have a great backup strong safety. So that's somewhere you might want to address if you run nickel packages and you need, some nickel safeties. Then at the linebacker core, definitely very good. Sam Mills, LeVar Arrington, London Fletcher, a bunch of goons to start, but your backups are kind of like trash. So there's not a lot to do with the backups. That's why I said you may want to address the nickel corner in terms of who you want to help. That way you can play some nickel packages with some better safeties. I said nickel corner, I meant nickel safety. D-line and corners are really good. Deion Sanders, Troy Vincent, D'Angelo Hall, Champ, Bailey, Rogers Cromartie's kind of beh at this point. But all in all, 3 really, really good corners. You're really not going to use much more than 3 corners, just depending upon what packages you play. But 90% of us aren't using more than 3, realistically. Glover here is definitely a monster. Gets you some good, boost to your team chemistry for sure as well. We got Deacon Jones on the right. We got Carrington on the left. Chase Young, Albert Hainsworth backing him up, and then the rest of them are kind of garbage. So let's not raise our voice on that one. So you got Tressway, you got Dustin Hopkins. Obviously, with with all that, that's going to be a full 50 of 50 team. Now, it says up here that it would be 2.9 million coins. This does not factor in training. With training and everything, I'm going to guess probably about I would have to say it's got to be well over 3 million coins. Probably closer to 4 million. In terms of training, it just depends on the cost of training and how much you would really need to boost all these guys up. But realistically, if you were starting from scratch, now this is starting from scratch, it's probably going to cost you at least 800k in training to get this team up. So it does say 2.9 million, but it would probably be closer to 4 million for this team. Now, I am going to flip over and show you some of the upgrades that I made to the team to make it a little bit better. As you can see, 94 overall, 91 offense, 96 defense. Flip over. We got a 96 across the board on what I have. Now, you can change some of these up. I just picked some holes that I saw and fixed them. A lot of these can be addressed in other facets, though. But I started with the O-line because your O-line was butt cheeks. So we went with Anthony Costanzo, Joe Batonio, Kevin Maue, kept Sheriff in there because he's not bad, and we got Lincoln right here on the right side. So realistically, that's going to boost up your O-line heavily boost up your O-line because I left the starters in as backups. So you had an 88, a 69, an 84, a 69, a 92. That's rough. That's rough in terms of your players. So I boosted that up. Now you have to also take into account, this does not factor in your your training in terms of chemistries, go deep, lockdown, any of that. It doesn't give you the boost for the team either. So you get all the boost for that, the extra speed, strength, awareness, all that stuff that you get for your team chemistry. None of that equates into these overalls. So you're seeing a 96 overall team, but with all the chemistry boosts, you're looking closer to 97. Maybe pushing 98, depending on how you do the chemistries. But O-line all above 93 with the way that I set this up. Then you got Chris Cooley, still Vernon Davis, and Logan Thomas. I did not touch anything here from the other team except Clayton here. Pushed Terry down here, took out Sims, grabbed up Clayton, and threw him in. So that is going to give you a heavy boost right there in terms of, the team overall. So made the offense with the O-line jump and Clayton, pushed us up to a 96 overall. Definitely really good boost. As you can see, nothing here on the top did I touch because the starting linebackers, the safeties are all good. So I did not mess with that at all. I didn't mess with your corners because the corners are stout, no problems at all. The only thing I did was boost up the D-line a little bit, gave you some monsters right here. You can change that, though. If you're good with Kerrigan and you're good with Deacon Jones, you can move them back up. That gives you 2 more slots that you could work with. You could throw in a safety here that you could use. You could throw in a backup linebacker. A lot of things you could throw in there. I didn't mess with the kicker and the punter. You could also change those as well, because if you come down here and look we're missing 4 spots on chemistry, and I probably didn't do that accurately in terms, you probably have way more than this, but I just went off of the cards that were on here, because if you go up and you look at certain cards, like this one has a Jets chemistry because he's not on the team, you know, but that'll happen with players that aren't actually on the team as well. Like this one isn't showing a Redskins chemistry, but if I go in here and I put the Redskins chemistry on there, right, and we got 1 Redskins chemistry, that then changes this down to 3 spots. So if you went through and kind of pushed it through on every single card that doesn't have it, like this one doesn't have Redskins chemistry on it, if I go and click it once and put it on there, like I said, this goes down to 2. That gives you more spots. So with those 2, you could do kicker and punter. You could change those out. Then if you go through Vincent, obviously his doesn't have it on there because he technically plays for another team. Put him on there. You could do Cromartie. Like I said, you got a lot more spots. I just didn't go through and fill them all out. I just filled out the big ones. But you could go through and change that and get all the way up and boost everything all the way up to where you want it to be. But you can change all of these out. Like I said, you could take these out if you wanted to and move those back up. If you were fine with that, put Chase Young back in there and all of that stuff. But you can move all those into whatever positions you want and still keep the 50 of 50. Because the 4 that I'm counting when I'm talking about the 4 extra spots up here is I'm counting the coach, the stadium, and both of the jerseys. So you get 4 extra boosts from that. And I know there's a bunch of them on here that I could change because this would be Redskins. But like I said, I just did the math for you guys to show you what positions you could really, you know, do to get a better team. But if we went through just bit by bit and filled every single one of these out with Redskins chemistry, then you would see you definitely have plenty of room in terms of chemistries to do the 50 of 50 and still hold on to getting better players in the holes that you guys have. Like I said, so you can see when we scroll down, let me go grab that tab and scroll down. You know, you can see that there's 4 slots that I could fill right there. But there's plenty of cards that I didn't go ahead and put it on. Like I didn't put it on Andre Johnson. Didn't put it on any of the other ones. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely places, Vernon Davis. But the point is, like I said, I did the math already for you guys. But with this one, it's sitting at about 4.5 million coins to build it the way that I built it for you guys right here. In terms of having a 96 overall team with the chemistry boost, probably 97, easily 97 overall team. And like I said, you got to look at training and all of that as well. Probably pushing more towards 6.4 million coins if you were starting day 1 with none of the cards, none of the training, and you were just straight, all right, I'm switching theme teams and I'm going to buy all these cards and do all the training. Probably about 6.4 million coins, I would guess, and I could be way wrong on that. It just depends on training prices and fluctuation and everything like that. But like I said, guys, if you show some love on these, show some support, we can do a lot more of these, show you better theme teams, show you all of the theme teams that you guys want to see. It just makes it a lot easier on us, so I don't have to try to come up with millions and millions of coins like you saw. 5.4 million coins to build that team just to show you guys for one video and then wipe it all out and then try to redo it. We lose millions of coins doing that. But like I said, boys, if you guys can show some love, we can do a lot more of these. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe as always, and we're out.